Hi, it's Rosie and welcome to my channel. Today I'm making tags, but first of all I've got 4 amazing tips. I think it's 4, something like amazing tips. Okay, do mention a sponge. The sponge I've used is this. I found it now. So if you when I talk about a sponge, I mention this. That's for the tongue-in-cheek tip. Okay, it's you can try it, but it's not something that everybody else does, but I like it personally. So if you'd like to join me today, 4 tips. I think it's 4 tips. Lots of tips obviously when I'm doing this. Okay, this is the one I make. Please give me a thumbs up, that'd be absolutely amazing, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let's go. Right then. Ooh. Right, I think I've got some tips for you today. I think I have, yeah. Right, so yeah, the first one's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but yeah. Oh dear, well, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek. I did a video about 4 years ago with this, and it's hilarious. But I'll just try it again. Okay, so using that tape. If anybody has been an artist for many years, especially doing watercolours, they might know this trick. I don't think they seem to do it. Nobody seems to do this anymore. So yeah, so what you do, and this is not watercolour paper. This is why it's funny. Okay, but it might work. I had no patience, so I didn't do it properly, probably. Okay, so this is actually gummed tape. Okay, the artists use this for stretching watercolour paper usually. When I did this 4 years ago, I stretched just ordinary paper that you'd probably use in your printer, that sort of thing. This is what I've been doing with the children's paper. Okay, so you do. Yeah, I was gonna actually warn you, things might start falling. There is a reason. Right. We're not haunted. It's just me. Oh dear, it's happening again. Right. Okay. So this is one. Right. So yeah, I will be probably using this paper. Okay. For this project. It's hilarious. But anyway, so what you do is, and I can't show you because. Yeah, it'd be such a bind to set up the camera. Right, so what you do is, now this was described to me, so I assume because I was away when we did it at college, I don't know what I was doing, prattling around probably as you do. Right, I had a family anyway when I was at college. Right, so you get paper like this. Okay, any paper will do. I've tried it with this. So the reason is, right, the reason for this is it wrinkles. Okay, if you put it on a, let's find one I've got that's wrinkled. Okay, you put it on something like this. I mean, this is a bad example really, but it wrinkles. You might not want it to wrinkle. You think, oh, it wrinkles when it's just because you use wet glue. I suppose you don't have to use wet glue, but still. It's hilarious. This is quite funny. Right, so you would get everything absolutely wet. So what you do is get your paper ready, get a board ready. I used a normal board that I rest on. I originally used a wooden board, so that's probably more ideal. And you get the paper absolutely wet, so get a sponge, something like that, or cloth that you can wet it with. But first of all, you tear these papers to the length that you need. Okay, so you'd want 1 each for each side, so you want 2 for the short sides, 1 for the long side. For example, if you've got that size paper, just measure it against it. So you would do this, tear it off, get everything wet. Yes, even if you get the paper, I wouldn't leave it in for too long, but just get the tape wet as well. This is called stretching. So you would put it on the board, this paper, and then you would leave so much of a gap. Put it on the board, and then you would make sure it's smooth, unlike me, because I was busy doing the Sunday dinner, so I didn't do it. So this is why I didn't do it very well. Right, so I'm going to try it again actually, because I think it could do better. But I have stretched this paper. I think it's stretched a bit. It's not perfect, but I'm sure I did it. It's a bit tongue-in-cheek this, so yeah. So if you're thinking, you know, this is a quite an amusing thing, so for tongue-in-cheek for the non-English speakers means it's, you can do it for, if you can try it and it might work, and it's just for fun if it doesn't work. That's what it really means. Okay, that's what it really means. But yeah, I did try it and it did work years ago. I used to use it, I thought I'm going to use it for copier paper. This was one of my first videos ever. Right, so I'm going to do a project soon, so don't worry about it. Right, another tip that I came across was this one. Now this is weird. Okay, I came across this thing the other day. I thought, oh, I can use that for that tip I know. I have no idea what this is, but it is a thing you can use. Not necessarily this thing. You don't have to have this thing. You can have other things too. Anything that's got a pattern on it like this. So I've got a putty rubber. This is an artist thing. These were very cheap off Amazon, I think. I think it's very cheap off Amazon. I think it was, I'm not sure. But anyway, they thought it'd be quite a nice idea. I thought, ooh, this will work, probably work for that thing I want to try. Not tried it before. First time I've opened the rubber. Okay, this is what you do. You know, you have to sort of make an effort like that. And I sound like you're making an effort, yeah. So then you peel that off, okay, like this. And then you've got this. Okay, so let's try something, shall we? Let's get that piece of paper back that we had a minute ago. These are the colours I'm using today, greens and blues, okay? Right, okay, so let's try it with the turquoisey colour. These are Versified. The reason I'm using these, right, I think you need some good quality things for printing. I think they do other things as well, so let's try. Oh yeah, that's not done it very well, has it? But I tell you something, it will make the same, probably make the same pattern a few times. Look, that's going to print like that. Okay, so, and this is just an idea, okay, as well. So anything printing like that. Okay, so we'll print it again, and it will print like that again. I can flatten it. Hey, let's flatten it out a bit more. Tell you what, I'm going to flatten it out a bit more. Need a rolling pin, don't you? I've got a jar. I have got a spare jar somewhere. There it is. Right, jar. Ooh, I don't know if this is any. I don't know if this is very feasible, is it? Never mind. Let's roll it out a bit. Oh yeah. I wonder if I can do it like that. It stayed on there now, look. Yeah, so let's do this with this. I don't know, this jar's had all gluey stuff on it, you know, when you, for the label and that. Anyway, there you go. Oh, I don't think it did. I wonder if you could do it again. Let's do this again, because look, I don't know if it's going to work. Shall we try and get some different... The dog's moving about, if you can hear some shuffling, and I've got the fan on because it's hot. The reason I've got the fan on and I'm hot is because I've been rushing around looking for things and can't find anything. Yeah, that's what it's like. Because my son's coming over soon from USA. There you go. That's not too bad, is it? So you can make mark making things. Now you don't have to use that thing, okay, and you don't have to, well, anything that will make an impression. I don't know whether, what do you call, I don't know what anybody else calls it, but we call it plasticine, what kids use to make models, and then they roll it up and lose it and get it all in the carpet and all, you know, like they do. But yeah, I've actually got some of that. Never thought about that till I used this. I thought it reminded me when I was rolling it of when you played with plasticine. Yeah, so anything like that, that could be a crazy idea there. So we'll hold that thought for a minute. Yeah. Right, so what did I do the other day? Right, people were making these things with rubbers. Right, okay, right. I tend to use scissors for making foam stamps. Okay, so that's what I do to make foam stamps. There are a lot of ladies who are on my channel who have this of a certain age who prefer to use scissors to make foam stamps. I actually used the smallest tool. I'll see if I can go and get it. Wait a minute. Slot. Yes. Right, so this is what I've got. Okay, and I only use one tool. There's all these different size ones. Look, there's another one there. I've actually got 2 sets of tools. I don't know why I've got 2 sets, can't remember. Anyway, that's the one I use. The thinnest one, the tiniest one. It's got like a groove in it there. Now, there was a tip that lady told me. It was Teresa, right? Okay, Teresa, who is amazing. Right. You don't have to press in too hard, she says. Yeah, and I think that's quite a good tip. Okay, right, I've got things like this, yeah. Right, so let's try that on the other side. Let's do something like that. I don't know if I can get it close up for you, hope so. I'm just going to do some lines, okay, which is fairly easy. Keep your fingers out of the way. Not even pressing hard, okay. Just doing lines down this piece of. Actually, I bought these are specially bought, but you can use ordinary erasers, okay, as we say in the UK, rubbers, because they rub out things, that's why. Yeah. So the rubber, logically, rubbers rub out things, don't they? So I'm making some random marks in this thing. It's a bit like glass, I suppose. I'm not going to go the other way. I think I'll leave it like that. Let's get some. Yeah, so I'm watching. There's a person on Instagram who does amazing stuff, and I says, I don't know how to do these things because I've tried before, but of course I have actually made quite a few mark making things, as you saw on that thing. Yeah, that's the green one. Okay, so I'm using blues and greens today. That's very nice. I like that. Very nice mark making. I don't know whether I can do it up there. Yeah. Very nice. Let me show you close, just in case I couldn't get it close up, because it's very difficult sometimes to get it, to decide to get close up. There you go. That's amazing, isn't it? That's all I've done, and that's mark making for that. And that's amazing. This is one of the, what is it, this one? Yes, it is, because I did one here, and that's not, I don't think that's very brilliant, but I I took all the bits in the middle out there. I took all these bits out. Yeah, no. So there, I left them in. Okay, instead of taking them out, I just went round in circles. Not spiral, it's actually circles. And I just took them out, and I like this. Yeah. Right, so I'm going to do it semi-professionally like that, okay. Oh, that is professionally, isn't it? That is professionally, sorry, yeah, that's professionally, because, I'll tell you why that's professionally, because when you put the ink on you can see what you're doing. If you're doing it like this, I call that semi-professional. So yeah. Right, so let's get these on. Right, okay, I'm just thinking I'm giving you tips in a tip at the moment, because I've got stuff on the floor everywhere. There you go, that's how that one prints. That's amazing, isn't it? All I did was went round and round, round in a circle, trying not to go over the lines, and then just did some, it's very simple to do. Yeah, but it looks like a very arty square shape, doesn't it? So you could put several of those together and make, let's put another one, shall we? Even yeah, let's put it over here. Let's put another one. I don't even know it's going to be the right way round, because I didn't check. Look, semi-professional, there you go. Right, and then why I say professional is, to the people who haven't been on my channel very long, is because the big channels, they're so professional, aren't they? Yeah, so I might end up as being one of those one day, so I need to be careful to make everything look really nice, and everybody will say to me, oh, I do like the way she does that very professionally. Yeah, so they might stay, yeah. That's what it is, isn't it? Right, there you go. There's that done. Okay, let's put these away in here. Look very similar in the middle and on the edge as well. Oh, that's a very nice one. Should we just print this one? Okay, so what I did there is drew a plant, okay, left, and then I just went round it with my tool. Where am I from? That sounds like I don't know where that sounds like. Somewhere up north in the UK. Where they go tool, and they go, instead of poor, they go poor. Right, that sort of thing. Right, there we go. Well, that's got that on the back as well. So that was I think I got that idea for that pattern off Teresa, actually. Because she did it. I'm going to do it that way around because, yeah, so it looks really nice, doesn't it? It looks very professional, doesn't it? Yeah. I suppose if you didn't want to have a border, you could take off the border completely, but I like the way they're fixed together, and you can do, I probably saw on the thing I showed you, they're sort of like all slotted together because they're all the same size. I'm doing the other side. That's what I did. Okay, so it's like a little going around the edge, and then I went between. Okay, it's not, that's this idea from a doodle I very often do. Right, doodly doodly doodly. There we go. Right, let's put that in there. Okay, let's do. What's the other? Oh, yeah. There's a best tip in the world that you will absolutely love, and I got it from Karen Elaine. Yeah, Karen Elaine. Yes. Oh, I might need to do that again. So what I might do is go away, come back, and then I'll show you. All right. Okay, so I've decided to show you, but I'm going to do it fast. Okay, so what I'm doing, oh, that's not very professional, is it? There we go. Trying to be patient and let it dry, but yeah, I've just dried it with a thing. Right, the reason, obviously, these do take a while to dry, these VersaFine Clair. The archival ink may be a bit quicker, which I've used for these. Right then, so this is the thing now. Want something for testing really, but never mind. Let's get my stuff. Okay, so this is the magic stuff. Okay, so beeswax furniture. I did buy this specially, yeah. But yeah, beeswax furniture polish. I don't know. Other polish may do it. Need one of these. Okay, what am I going to do? You've probably got an idea now, haven't you? Yeah. Get some beeswax furniture polish. I'm going to do it on half of this. Okay, let's do it on this side. Probably the bit where it's not been left to dry long enough. Yeah, perhaps I should have done it on that side. Okay. So put some of this on it. Okay, you can see it coming off there. Yeah, never mind. But it's not the design that we're looking at. It's the paper. Right, so you don't want, but if you want to glue this paper, you don't want much. You're trying to get this off. This is what I watched the other day. I thought, hold on, what about glue? So I had a rewatch, and what she did was she took it off with a clean version. Okay, so Let's do this. Right, I'm going to see if I can show you. Right, what I'm using here is wet strength tissue paper. I think other tissue paper will do this. Just have to be perhaps a little bit more careful when, well, when I've used normal tissue paper for things and it's fine, like you get in your shoes or something like that, or your clothes, or somebody gives you in a present, yeah. So there, right, what do you think's going to happen now? And I've got to find something. I think that might do it, actually. So let's use this. Let's see if this works. I'm going to find the black bit because I think you might be able to see a bit better there. Okay, can you see that through it? You can, yes, you can. But then you put that over it and you can see that much better. It's making the tissue paper see-through. Let's see if we can see our face there, look. Stamp, it's a stamp, that is. Yes, you can see that. Let's see if you can see it through here. Not as well. So it has made a lot of difference. Can you see that? You can. Oh, you can see it because I know what it's like, these things, okay. Yeah, so that's, yeah, you can see that there. But not so much this side. No, you can't, can you? It's very good, isn't it? So furniture polish. Other people may know other things you can use, so please tell me in the comments if there's anything else that you know about that you can use for making that happen. I'm a bit worried about the glue not working, but if you wipe it off, as I said, and you don't only do it on one side, not the other, like that, that should help. Look, it's getting all the covered up. Never mind. Yeah, we can see that. You probably can see, yeah, it's a bit darker there where the paper's gone through. Yeah, so you can see that there. I can see that really well, but not now. Not so well. I can see it a bit, but not so well. But really clear there. Yeah, that's a great, amazing, isn't it? So that is just my own. She used some sort of furniture polish that was, she's American, so came from America, and it's absolutely, this works absolutely the same way that hers worked. So she said using shoe polish and things like that, but I say clear shoe polish. Although if you want brown shoe polish, I suppose you could have a go with that, see what happens. You want a fancy experiment. Yeah. Right, so what I'm going to try and do now, the attempt is, okay, to make a tag or something like that, using the papers that we've done today. Okay, so we just need some, oh, there's some of that paper I've done. Is this the one that worked better or not? I don't know, one of them did, one of them worked really well. But we could try it, couldn't we? I need to go and get my glue now. I've noticed that putting rice paper, well, it doesn't wrinkle. I think that's pretty good. That's even with this wet glue that I'm using. Right, so I've cut a tag, okay. I'm going to either... You could glue that to that. That could be the background, couldn't it, or something like that. Or you can do this afterwards, cut it afterwards. But I'm only doing one at the moment, so I'm gonna try this. Right, so I'm using this. Okay. Oh, these are the ones I found in the cupboard the other day, I think. I don't know how long they've been in there. Anyway, these are going to be glued. So yeah, you want some sort of glue that does cereal box. That glues cereal box to, well, or if you're using cereal box, that is, to anything. So I don't even know if I've got my scissors, but I've hopefully got some scissors in here. So what I'll do is put that on there. It's nearest to the edge. So you design out the creases. So that's one good thing at this stage. I suppose that's another reason you might be able to use this perhaps straight on here rather than using straight on there, which will make it wrinkle, I think. Oh, I just found my compass. I was looking for my compasses the other day. They're in the scissors drawer. Just seen them. Right, okay, so I'm using these scissors. These are the cut anything scissors. Right. Let's see if I can iron out these bits. So you can use those as bone folders, scissor bits. They do smooth. Yeah, there's a lady the other day, she says to me, she's a new to crafter, has anybody gotten a tip? So I have written a load of tips in the comments on the video where I've made all the scraps. Use all your scraps to make, yeah, that one. Right, so yeah, so what happens is this. It always happens, every time. And I haven't got any, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this, because I haven't got any. What I normally do is use my art glitter glue just to do the edges there. But I haven't got it in the room, have I? Yeah, so let's... so what we can do now is background it. You can do anything. Okay, so I've been doing individual tags, and I've been making them totally different to other tags. Let's show you one. Okay, this is one that I found that I've done. So I've just done background stencils. Let's do some... yeah, that's a toothpaste. I think it's a bit big. Yeah, I don't think it would do, but you could do things like that as well. That's another thing you could do. I don't know if that's going to... yeah, just I'll do the edge. So you could do crazy stuff like this. I don't know, colour it in if you like, etc. But I thought that'd be quite good. Right, okay, well, the other thing I've been doing is, right, there was a stamp. Okay, and let's see if I've got any black one. Right, that's black. Obviously I've done the black, I primed the black. So you can do like a rainbow effect. Now this was actually a rubber stamp that I have got. Okay, but I'm going to copy it. So I'm doing it off the side on purpose, obviously. I mean, it'd be a bit... I don't like that. I wouldn't like that there. It doesn't... it looks a bit... I don't know. You want things that look like they've just been cut off. You don't want anything that looks a bit purposefully done. Right, so let's do that. Okay, so what these had was big circles here. Yeah, I'm copying it exactly. And if you look there, I've done a not very good job of a rainbow shape, but that'll do, won't it? Who says it's a rainbow? Right, okay, then you can do this, and it doesn't matter if you go over the edge. And then it was like this. And now that stamp is by... I know it's Suzanne Rose Art who just got the videos, and yeah, they're not bad priced at all, ready for rubber stamps. So I'm using blues and greens, so let's go. I do like for colouring in the brush pens, but that one's not too bad as it's got quite a lot of liquid, because you press it. Yeah, don't press it too much, it'll flood. It's best to shake them actually. These might be even differently to Posca pens, but definitely Posca pens you need to shake them more than press them. Yeah. Oh, that one's not been primed. Press it for... yeah, that comes down ever so quick. and you just shake it and shake it and shake it, and eventually that will be flooded. So I'll do that. I shouldn't say flooded, I should say primed. Flooded sounds like it's going to go everywhere, doesn't it? Right, so that'll do. That's a nice colour, isn't it? I like that. Now this one's been done. Yep, so that'll do for that, won't it? You can put different colours, you can put, tell you what you could do if I've got any. Get a white. Try not to. There you go. What's that? It's a bit weird at the end there. Never mind. Right, put 3 dots on there. Yeah, that'll do, won't it? And then you can perhaps do some mark making here. Anything crazy like that, yeah. And then, right, yeah, this is what I was going to do. Right, these are the circles from the other day, not necessarily. I still haven't got my scissors, have I? So I've got using these ones. Okay. Oh, I could use a bit of that stuff I've just done. Never mind. Right. So I could do that there. I can make sure it was that. I can make it go right up there, which I think I will. I'll make it go off the page. So have I used this yet? I haven't, have I? No. Where's me? Ah, there it is. Right, so what I'm using is a silicone makeup brush. A very silicone. It's a silicone, not really. It's just a makeup brush. I did get some. I've had some before and they were a bit better packed because this one had a lot of little ones in it. I thought, not really. I want the big ones, dear. Yeah, so that's, yeah, that's, it's actually coming off the edge there. I don't know whether to cover that up or just, now leave it. I'll leave it because it's stuck now, yeah. Actually, I'm going to make sure that's, I don't know if I did put any glue down this bit. This is opaque. Okay, it can glue on, it won't shine up. Yeah, it is. Yeah, somebody wanted to know what it was the other day, so I will tell you. It is Liquitex acrylic medium matte gel, or gel matte, or gel mate. I don't know what language that is. Probably, or is it Spanish or something? I don't know. But yeah. There we go. Nice, you can shove things on as well. Okay, you can use stencils, which I have done. Don't know if I've used it on the one I've got. Where is it? Did I say I'd use stencils? I did, didn't I? Yeah. So you can make stencils. I've showed you how to make stencils from plastic, right? Plastic things, not plastic packaging. It's more like if you've got a folder, plastic folder. That's, you know, that where you've got plastic that bends. Not got any examples here, but plastic that bends, and then you can cut it with scissors and cut out shapes. You can do that. It's I've got a video telling you. I think I showed you how to do it on a video somewhere not that long ago, within the last few months. Oops. It's because it's wet, it's not good, is it? Come on, dear, come on. Right, okay, that's done the world of good at the top there, hasn't it? Yeah, that'll do. Right then, yeah, that's creased. Because I didn't prime that before, did I? I didn't wet it before and make it so it stretched the paper like I was talking about at the beginning. Right. Yeah, that's a tongue-in-cheek. That's a bit of a joke. Perhaps that's what it means by tongue-in-cheek, but not necessarily. It could be. It could work. Right. So what else have we got? Right. So I'm using butterflies. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Got these that I've made out of thin paper. What do you call that paper? Tissue paper. That one, I think. It might be rice paper, tissue paper, things like that. And where's the other one? There's another one. And there's this one as well. These are drawn by me, okay. So I don't like the idea of telling you to do something and then using something that you might not be able to get. This is why I encourage doing your own artwork. Okay, the other day I did a picture of a face, showed you how to do it, and then in the description, in the comments, I have written a thing how to do a very much simpler face. So I hope that helps somebody. I'm going to try and get that not too high here because I might be making a hole in the thing there. Right, this should actually stick this down. Might stick it down there. I don't even know what I'm doing. This is not necessarily how you design something. I'm just using what I have been using in the video. Okay, some things like, I thought that was quite a good tip, doing a rainbow like that on a tag, or using the circles that we used in the video the other day. And oh yeah, I was going to use some of that stuff onto the see-through. That's what I was going to do. That's gone over there. Shall we leave it there? Alright then, so let's get something, let's get a bit of this on here as well. Fancy this bit. Yeah, you've got to put this bit of this on, haven't you? Yeah, so I might half it. Should we? I don't know how to put it there actually. Part of it there. Half it says I'm making a very small piece of half. Right, that's not very half, is it? Then put it there, or here. I want to put it on here. Put it there instead of that, or there. Let's put it. Could put it there, couldn't you? Yeah. So let's have a piece of that on as well. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to do. Right, what else could I put on here? You could go around the edge in a black pen. Right, so yeah, I'm going to go around the edge to make that stand out a bit more. Oh, we've got to have some antlers. Antennae. Right, okay, I'm gonna... Right, so let's get a tag shape. Things get attached, yeah. Yeah, you can use those cards and things like old cards and make tag shapes out of those old cards and cut it, because then you get the same size, won't you? But no, I'm not doing that, am I? Very naughtily. I'm just going to cut these off. them off. Cut these corners off slightly like that. I don't know where I've put my thing, the hole making thing. Yeah, I just think that'll be enough. I think there needs to be something else, especially perhaps around the edge. I'm using this crayon because it's all wet. Everything's wet. So when it's all dry, you can use a normal one. Go around the edge, yeah. Yeah, I would say that this isn't necessarily for beginners to use. I think I'm a bit frustrated with it in a way because it gets things so wrinkly. But I'm trying to, you know, what I'm going to do, get used to something and try and find a way so it doesn't get things so wrinkly. So there, look, it's very wrinkly here and there. Hopefully they will dry out. I'm just thinking what else I can do. Is that wet? Yeah. Need to try it, and then I might colour something. Or what I could do is, I've got an idea in a minute. Perhaps, right? I've got an idea. Yeah. Ballpoint pen. What do we do with ballpoint pen? Let's do some faux writing. I'm going to do some faux writing here, so perhaps at an angle. Now let's have it. No, I'll try and have it straight. Okay. So just a bit. That's supposed to say straight. That's it. So let's get. Yeah. Yeah, so let's have some writing on it. Yeah, let's get some writing on the subject now. There we go. Yeah, so that's a bit of scribbly writing there. I'm thinking about doing it perhaps here as well, but leaving this bit. Put there is putting it here as well, but leaving this bit. It's crazy, isn't it? Right, let's get some. Just colour some bits in. Why not? Very greeny yellow. I'm going to put some on. Let's do some at the edge here. Then it sort of balances it out. Okay, there will do, and that's a bit on here and on here. So if you make a garish thing like that, you don't have to necessarily tone that down, just add some add some extra bits there. I might actually do that there. I might add some other greens. There you go, that's toned it down a bit anyway, hasn't it? Right, and perhaps one more or two more colours. Yeah, playing it safe by just putting dots instead of things, so I can put. I'm going to actually put some dots on here actually. Yeah, and on there. So you can do a bit of what you fancy, yeah? So that's not bad, is it? I like that, and it goes off the edge there. It's got to go off the edge, it can't stick out because it's only made of tissue paper. So right, so ink it up around the edges if you like as well, you can do that. Black, I've got a black here. Yeah, I've got that bit there, tear it off. Yeah. Let's see if I can find those. There we go. So now I'm going to find some stuff just to finish it off. Yeah, I don't know where my hole making thing is, but yeah, I've got this all. This will do, won't it? So I just need something to push it into. Like a bit of foam, yeah. Right, so somewhere in the middle-ish, sort of there-ish. Yeah. Don't know how. Probably needs to be a bit bigger than that because of the. I'm going to put some fabric through it. Oh, is that a bit? That'll do. It's not quite in the middle. I didn't do a very good job of that, did I? It should have been there. But it's junk journal perfect, and that's what counts. Got this one. What else have I got? Oh, let's get a bit of. I've got that one. If that would go through, that might go through. I don't. I mean, that's not the one. No. Let's have a look. I've got this stuff. I don't know. It's got several colours in it. I don't know whether I'll be able to put it through with scissors. That's a bit thin, isn't it? I don't know. A bit thin, as in not seen easily. So I don't know. Not sure if I like that one. Yeah, you need something a bit more substantial, don't you? It's very nice. Perhaps for miniature tags. Way of doing it. Yeah, it worked. Right, what I tend to do at the moment is just tie a knot rather than thread it through and loop it. So just tie a knot and tie another knot. I suppose you could keep tying knots and it would stand up. Yeah, that'll do, won't it? That'll do. Yeah. Right, so that's the sort of thing, isn't it? So you can make anything crazy like that. Look, that's got different shapes. I've used different things to make those. Okay, yeah. And that's not my drawing, that's actually a rubber stamp from, again, that Roseanne Art. I can't remember what it's called. It's got a really nice different name, yeah. Roseanne Art Studios, rubber stamps, rubber dance, that's it, rubber dance. Yeah, it's from Rubber Dance. It's from Germany. Yeah, so they make them quite cheap. It's not so expensive, and that's why I got the one that I actually got that design from. From that as well. It's really nice. So I do hope you like my content today. Of course, you could do some inking up around the edges. I did a pen around the edge instead. I could have done the pen round here. I could have done some faux stitches, things like that. That always looks nice around the edge. And I hope you liked it anyway, because yeah. And the tips at the beginning as well. Do hope you like that. If you've got anything to add to those, let me know. I'd love to. You got something this works better or something like that, be amazing. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.